View full screen. Can you grab Spider-Man for me? Pass it up to Elena. Yes. All right, Elena, you're first. Here we go. 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. We're going to factor that one, please. What's the m and what's the a for that one? Good. So multiply the negative 12, add to negative 4. Alana, order those two numbers, please. Very good. So I'm going to say 3x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 4. Great. All right. Sorry, my mind has gone blank. Kirsten, sorry, your name hasn't stuck with me yet. Kirsten, how do you factor the denominator? Do you remember? Yeah, difference of squares. Okay, right? So what's the answer going to be?
I'm not sure about the plus square, but I know it's going to be negative 3 and plus 3.
Yeah, it's going to be negative 3 and plus 3. So what we have to do with the first one, we still need to take the square root. And Logan's going to help you out. Logan, what's the square root of 4, please? 2. Great, and what's the square root of x squared? That's good. So it's just going to be 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3. Right, and since they're multiplied, you can just take the square root of each part, and that'll work fine. Okay? All right, Moses, can you please be brave and tell me what's common between 3x squared and negative 6x, please?
Yes.
Okay, and what's left inside the brackets?
There is x and 2, negative 2.
Yeah, negative 2, very good. All right, Mackenzie, what's common, please, between 2x and negative 4? Good, and what's left inside the brackets? Okay, now, Mackenzie, I don't know if you guys know this, is the best factor in this class. Sorry to everyone else, I don't mean to offend you, but it's true. So I know that she's done that right. Why else, looking at that, is that correct? Brackets are the same, right on. Okay, so that's just a mental thing for you there. Liam, can you please finish off the numerator for me, please?
It'd be 5x
Nope.
or 6.
Okay, we'll just slow down here. Just slow down here. Forget about that. So we're doing factoring still, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out the x minus 2 first. Right? You don't have to FOIL it, right? And what's the other back going to be?
Yes, 3x.
Good. Jordan, right? Okay, Jordan, that answer looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this. Can I cancel anything, Jordan? No. There's one thing I have to do, and this will lead us nicely into our homework questions. There's one thing I have to do before I finish this question. Do you remember what that is? A lot of pressure. He's going to pass. He's passing here. Now, this is a fraction. What do we still need to do on this one? Anybody here can raise their hand. It's a fraction. What do we still need to do? Everybody? Restrictions, right? Because you can't divide by 0. So Jordan, you're not going to be off the hook yet. I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? So all you're going to do here, if you can't do it in your head, you're just going to say 2x minus 3 can't be 0, and 2x plus 3 can't be 0. So that's my not equal to sign. Okay, so now it's just algebra. So you're going to show up your great algebra skills right now. Solve this equation, please.
X equal.
Oh my goodness, you did that in one step. That's lovely. I'm going to do it like this, okay? But you said x can't equal 1.5, which is correct, okay? But I just did algebra there just to show you guys something. If you can do it without algebra, that's great. All right, Nick. Do you want Nick or Nicholas? Nick?
Yeah.
Nick, can you do the same thing with the right-hand side, please? Just pretend that was equal to 0. How would you solve it if it was 2x minus, sorry, 2x plus 3 equals 0? What would you do? He's freezing? Okay, that's okay. Remember, we want to get the x by itself, right? So what's the opposite of plus 3? Negative 3. So I'm going to say 2x can't equal negative 3. Okay, last step, get x by itself is? Yes, but I'm going to do it like this. Okay? Okay. So if you were to sub 3 over 2 into this, in the left-hand part, you get divided by 0. If you were to sub negative 3 over 2 into this part, you get divided by 0 as well. Okay? I want to go through restrictions in the homework data.
So these are all restrictions, right?
Yeah, these things are restrictions right on, okay? So this and this is a restriction, it can't equal 0, okay? Okay, how are you feeling? Sort of okay? Back news is an important skill. We're going to use quadratic formula again today because I didn't realize there's a quadratic formula question in last night's homework. So I'll put the quadratic formula on the questions I do today to make sure it's all good. Any other questions before I continue? You guys are so kind. Miss Cassidy, you're up first today. Okay, so we're going up to 4C we're going to start with. This is page 2, number 4C. Okay, it says, let me go to this. Determine the equation for a line that determines each set of conditions. Okay, I didn't go through this and I apologize. This is back from grade 9 though. Can someone recall back from grade 9 how to find, what's the general equation of a line back to grade 9? Jordan, go ahead. Very good. And just to help people remember, I'm going to pick on Miss Cassidy here. What does M stand for and what does B stand for? Remember grade 9?
Yeah, M is slope,
Good.
and B is line.
Good. Okay, hopefully this is starting to come back a little bit. Yeah?
Yeah, okay. When I did that one, I ended up, when I was
Austin Trask to the main office for a message. Austin Trask to the main office for a
I found
message.
this other equation I've never seen before. Y minus y1 equals
Yeah.
6.
That'll work too. I just stick with this for right now.
Whenever I searched it up, like that one.
Oh, okay. So this one here says it's going to, where are we at? The slope is negative 4. So if I say Rachel's slope is negative 4, what does that tell me after this equation? And it equals negative 4. Okay, and then it said my point is, I lost it here. 7,3 is my point. Okay, going all the way back to grade 9, and I don't know if you know this, but Rachel and I sat side by side in grade 9 math every single day. Okay, so you should know this. I know you know this. What does 7 and 3 represent for this equation? Well, so you got to sub that in your equation somewhere, right?
I'm pretty sure is it the 7 to y, the 3, and then
Yeah.
x.
Very good. So all you're left to solve for is B. Okay? If this makes sense, this is come back. I know it's a while. Matt, I'm picking on you. Can you sub in some numbers into your equation for me, please?
Sure. So, 3 into 4, bracket 7, divided plus 2.
Okay? So B stays by itself without solve. All right, Magenta. So you show up your multiplying skills. What's 7 times negative 4, please? Okay. And I'll finish. So B equals 31. Now, in the back of the textbook, the equation isn't B equals 31. It's something else. Caleb, how do the equations work? How are we going to my final equation? Okay, somebody help me here. X, yeah, go ahead.
Y equals negative 4x plus 31.
Right, so what you need just to remember here, okay? The y and the x are different numbers you can sub in, right? But the slope we know and the y-intercept we know. So we're going to say y equals negative 4x plus 31. And I'm sorry about that. I don't normally give homework that we have talked about, but it's been a scramble the last 2 days. So I'll get more organized as time goes on. Okay, does that make sense when I did it that way? It should be coming back to your grade 9 EQA or for those fun days. Only there's a grade 12 EQA. You guys don't want that, you want that. Okay, I'm going to do 5B and 5C. Now, these are ones I spent some time doing at lunch today, so I know they're tricky and I didn't explain them well enough. 5B, is this 1 over x plus 5? This one? Wait, no. Oh, it's 6B? Oh, I got mistaken then. Whoops. Oh, a different table. Oh, I thought you were talking about 6B.
RC is pretty
Okay, so I'll just do 5B. We need 5B for the table difference table, or are we okay?
C
You're
was
going to put 5B. That's right?
Well, A quadratic relationship is second difference,
Yes.
right? So it says in the answer C is quadratic, but when I look at that's a really confusing graph.
Okay, I'll do 5C then.
So it's just.
Okay, no problem. That's what I'm here for. It's here to help, right? Okay, we're gonna have X and Y. We're gonna have -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, -12, -5, 0, 3, 4, 3, 0. Okay. This is fundamentally important, so if you're doing it right now, that's okay. But if you're doing it right now, that's okay. But I want to make sure you guys completely understand this because you're going to need this concept of being right here for today's class. So if you forgot how to do different tables, we'll get into it there, okay? So what I'm going to do is you just subtract the bottom from the top. So I'm going to go -5 minus 12, which should be 7. 0 minus -5 is 5. 3 minus 0 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 minus 4 is -1, and -3. Is this somewhat ringing a bell for most people, what just happened there? Gabby, all as well? And then we're going to do the same thing again. So this would be first difference. The second difference I'm going to do in the
-1.
So that's going to be 2, -2, -2?
Yeah. No, just 2.
Isn't 5 minus, don't you do 5 minus 7?
It's negative.
I didn't notice that was a -1.
Oh, okay.
It was all working out like 2, 2, and then I did that in,
Yeah, so just it's 3 minus 4.
I just assumed there was like a 1. I didn't think of negatives when I did it.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, this all, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, no,
I'd like you to ask. I don't want to be like a tyrant. Like, I'm probably not going to say no, but it's just nice to know where you're going. That's all. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
yeah, please.
Okay, let's move on to 6B and C. I'll do 6B and C because these are the ones with the 3 people I don't want to say. Okay, the first one is f of x equals 1 over x plus 5. Now, I know you guys did this equation last year. Is this it? Okay, this is a rational function. Okay, now, even if you don't remember anything from grade 11, you had the tools yesterday to be able to solve this. What does domain mean again in English? Gabby, I'm picking on you. What do we call it, Gabby? Is that what we call it? Okay, Gabby.
Abstract.
No, I'm not. Gabby, where was I going with this? We dealt with the question sort of like this, but it had x's in the numerator. What does domain mean again? Do you recall from yesterday? Somebody help me here. What's domain? Domain is like the horizontal spans. We're talking about x's. So for this case, Gabby, you're not done yet. There's something that's going to screw up my x values. So what value of x is going to mess up this equation? Sub in. Not 5, close. -5, -5. So we're going to say that x, my restriction here is x can't be -5. We want to see something neat? Well, my domain is just that's your domain right there. It's just a restriction. Okay? Now, do you want me to do the way Mr. Kemp did it? Where do you go? Do you want to do the way Mr. Kemp did it? All right, here's the way Mr. Kemp does his domain. We're going to -infinity to -5, and then we're going to -5 to positive. Okay, I'm just saying it's really, Logan, I don't mean embarrass you in front of the class. You love this, didn't you? At lunch, he was just eating it up. He was like, let's do this, right? So you can do it if you want to. Sorry, Mr. Sadler? Okay, either one. What does he do?
Oh, it is just x's and element of real numbers, and that straight line, and then the x cannot be
So this
That's fine. So either, okay, hold on. There's, as long as I make out what you're doing, that's fine.
What's that mean through the brackets with you?
A U, it's a union. It's like a union. Like a U. So it means it's going to be this set plus this set. Okay. Now, as far as the range goes, this is a tricky one, and I know you guys did this last year, but sort of without doing the graph learnings from last year, the range is difficult. What does anyone think of a value that f of x cannot equal? Can it equal A million? Yeah, I can, if you divide 1 divided by 0.00003. I heard somebody whisper it. What can y not equal? 0. I did my attendance, I swear I did. Good afternoon, Mr. Sadler speaking. Trace on, it's a good thing I like you so much. Yes, how can I help you? We are tight. Okay. Okay, bye. Charles Stanley, go down and see Mr. Chason. Tell him he has beautiful hair. Tell Mr. Sadler thanks you. All right. As far so somebody said 0. How'd you get 0? Whoever said we can't equal 0. Good. No, that's fine. But how do you get a 0 for the y values? What do you need in order to get 0? Well, you have to have 0 in the numerator, right? It has to be 0 divided by something. It's the only way to get 0. If I sub in a million, 1 divided by 1 million is going to be 0.0000001, but it's not actually going to hit 0. So for this one, my range is going to be y can't be 0. Now, if you remember how last year went, this is how this graph looked. And I know some of you might say, we didn't do this last year. You did, I know. This graph's going to look something like this. Okay, and if I give you that graph, hopefully you can clearly see that x can't be -5. That's the dot. I don't remember what that dotted line is called. That's asymptote, right? So there's an asymptote at -5, and there's another asymptote at 0. So that's how you should have seen the graph of that last year, I hope. One person on his head, good, thank you. Okay. Well, I'll spend a whole unit on this, so don't worry if you can't remember. We'll spend a whole unit on that. Okay. Do you want me to do the square root? How about I leave the square root for right now? For right now, because we're going to involve square roots in today's lesson. Okay? Oh, don't roll your eyes at me, young lady.
Nice. You can ask Lucy, I said nice.
No, she's like,
No,
nice.
I said, no,
No.
Bible, I said nice.
all right, we'll fight once the video's off here.
Whenever we start messing around with like this,
Yeah.